Okie we are live. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And welcome into the stream, everyone. My name is Brent. Welcome to Unchallenged Gaming. Today, we're going to be continuing our adventure on our level 56 Hardcore Druid. I woke up with a little bit of a sore throat this morning. So, I know my daughter has been sick the last few days in cloth. And she didn't feel too good last night, so guess what? She crawled into our bed at night. And I think I caught a little bit of that. I think I caught her sore cold, sore throat. Let's go ahead and post that. Make sure everything else is good. In that comment. Okay, there we go. Okay, I am going to go ahead and run around really quickly and get about 10 linen cloth from these guys real fast. That way I can make a tent. So my current experience, I have 30 bubbles of rested experience. It should last me until 57 and a half. So half experience until 58, and then, oops, I don't know why I got this guy. So I need at least 10 more linen. Why is this guy? Why is he invisible? And he's looking at me like, what? Oh, shoot. Yeah, looks like we're all out here looking for some linen cloth, huh? Okay, well, I need 10 linen cloth, so that is what I'm looking for real fast. Okay, so 10 linen. I've got absolutely nothing so far. You, get over here. Oh, he's got him. Huh. Okay, well, I don't want to go too far for the purpose of linen cloth, but I haven't got any of it. We're gonna run back this way. Because of all the players here in the density, oh, there's a linen cloth finally. Because of the density, we should see quite a bit of respawns here popping up. I'm gonna go through and sell a bunch of stuff from the recent mobs that we've been taking out. Oh no, I need that. I need sturdy rope so I can make 2 tents. Need that, okay. Another linen cloth. Yeah, cat form is just so much faster, right? There's no really easy way to get linen cloth as you're a high level besides just kind of manually farming it yourself, right? You do not have access. Whoops. You don't have access to the auction house. You don't really have access to trade. I mean, you do. You can trade with other players. Oh, that's a wolf. He evaded the, oh. So, we're gonna go ahead and spend just a few minutes here just collecting 10 linen cloth. And once I have my 10 linen cloth, we'll go ahead and proceed to head back to Telebim. I'm gonna go ahead and hearth And then Bias Cat Peeper. Capper. Interesting name. Free goldie. 3 times 10 is 30 gold. That's a 40 gold difference, 10 gold difference. Okay, so I just need a few more linen cloth. And what is up, Sandingo? Welcome into the stream. How are you doing today? I see the market pulled back a bit this morning. Is that what you're excited about? But welcome into the stream. I didn't check the things on everything. I need 2 more linen cloth. From my back to walk turtle out. Yuji is streaming. Yep. Yeah, I started a little bit later. I was finishing up my spaghetti. I was eating spaghetti for breakfast. Breakfast of champions. We had spaghetti for dinner last night, and I only had a little bit of the bowl. We had a lot of leftovers. So I had a little bit of spaghetti this morning instead of making myself an omelet. Oh, I think we need 1 more linen cloth. Easy Druid. Hey, what is up, Asphyxia? Welcome into the stream. Just got my dopamine from blood flowing from the walk. Ah, okay, nice. Yeah, I like going for the walk. I'm not looking forward to the upcoming sell-off for tax year. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the end of the year. That's what's kind of going on right now, right? There is a bit of a sell-off that happened this morning. It took the S&P 500 down a smidge. Looks like the SPY is down. We're down about 0.5%. Dow Jones is down 0.6. NASDAQ is down 0.663. Silver is at $71. Gold's at $4,300. Dang, I can't find that last linen cloth. So there is a little bit of profit taking and tax loss harvesting going on right now. But the market is kicking back up right now. Like, it's picking up into the green at the moment. So we'll see. Ah, there's my last linen cloth. Okay. There's the last one right there. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. And Asphyxia says, there's nothing left to reach the highest level. Oh, I still have 4 levels to go. I'm level 56. I have 4 levels left to go. Is there anything in Stormwind that I need? No. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use my Hearthstone. Inventor that. What's this? Permanently enchant something. Enchant stamina by 6. It's not a bad ring. Let me go ahead and see if I can stash it in my bank. Okay, we're gonna stash that. Go ahead and make a tent. I have a tent available for me. Throw that in the bank. And see, I have some 13 intellect, 12 stamina. Okay, so this can. I have enough material to craft 1 more tent if I have 10 linen cloth. I can toss this out. My old ring. There's that tent. All this stuff can be tossed out. Okay, I just want to re-equip it real quick just to learn the transmog. And we're going to be selling off this stuff. Okay, good. Okie doke. I haven't hit level 60 with 4 classes. I haven't hit level 60 with a warlock, a mage, a rogue, or a shaman. So I have 4 classes left that I've never played to level 60. So far, I've leveled a paladin, a hunter, a druid, a priest, and a warrior. So I've leveled 5 out of the 9 classes, and I'm just missing the last 4. But the druid is going to be my primary character for a while, and I will probably play him primarily until I get him with the free best in slot, and hopefully find a raid. Man, my throat. I'd like to find a guild that I can raid with at level 60 that raids, you know. I go ahead and join the world chat. I'd like to find a guild that raids anywhere from 2200 server time. I think it is 2000 server time. But we'll see. Okay, right now I'm running over to the Shimmering Flats. We're going to go ahead and do 2 quests here real fast if I can. Get the Raceway quest out of the way. That's going to get me a quick 8,000 experience. Not really a lot at this level, right? At the level that I'm currently at, I could take out 10 bad guys and get 8,000 experience. So right now at level 56, we're going to be grinding in Telebeam until 57.5. And then once I'm 57, we're going to head to Winter Spring. We're going to head up to Fellwood and then pick out some Furbergs until we get the reputation. Ooh, oh, that's a full run. Yeah, I'm not looking for a full run BRD. It's a lava run. So these guys are looking for more BRD lava run. Need tank, yes, and heal. And looking for more BRD full run. There's a paladin called Prop Paladin who's looking for a tank and DPS. Well then. Well then, well then, well. So, there we go. Yeah, they're looking to do a lava run on hardcore. They need a tank and DPS. And I'm like, nah, no thank you. Oh, that's world. That's softcore. Okay, that's not hardcore. Okay. Yeah, I'm in the world chat right now. Normally I'm not in world chat. So right now I'm seeing all the world chat. This guy's trying to buy Hand of Edward for 300 gold. That's really cheap for Hand of Edward. I'm pretty sure that'd be a paladin. Ah, paladin or shaman. Yeah, paladin and shaman. Hand of Edward does really well for them. You can see right now they're looking for more Ani. 20 DPS. You get 1 soft reserve. Yeah, so they're looking for some Ani. There's some strat living going on. Looks like there's quite a bit of groups getting put together. So once we do hit level 60, there's going to be a lot of stuff kind of popping. Oh man, where's people to race at the moment? I saw somebody over here earlier when I was running up here. But someone come race. Looking for one more healer. Angelan's elite. Well, if nobody's coming over here to race, I don't want to spend a lot of time here. Because this quest is only going to net me 8,000 experience. So if I don't get somebody here in the next, minute or so, we're going to go ahead and just head back to Gadget Sand. And head over to Telebeam Island. And just, we're gonna start fighting gorillas. Oh wait, we might find one here. No, come race. Aw man, I was hoping that he'd be picking up the quest to race. but he's not. Okay, well, because we've waited, I'm not seeing anybody kind of showing up for this quest. We're gonna head out of here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody here. And it's pretty early. Like it's Euro time. There's 5,300 people online right now. It's not like there's not really a lot of people. There's 5,400-ish people online at the moment. See this group right here. The Lost and Found hosting MC, Major Domo, and Rag only looking for 2 tanks. Pally, Druid. Oh, they're looking for a Paladin and a Druid tanks. That's interesting. 4 mages and the rest of DPS casters. Huh. Yeah, right now it's about that time. I'm starting to look for like a more permanent guild. The guild that I'm in right now, it's a hardcore guild called Only Once. They're primarily a Inferno guild. It's 10 a.m. right now. I am Big Boss.
Hello.
What? Yeah, let's go ahead and head over to Tel Aviv. I'm confused. Okay, so guys, we're flying over to Tel Aviv. Let's go ahead and go over talents and gear real fast. So as far as gear goes, we're in the Wolf Rider. I think we picked this up off a random mob a little bit earlier. The Desert Choker, 7 strength, 7 agility. Very nice. I picked that up off a random mob. Chisels Muzzle. I forgot where I got this. I think this is a quest related item. We got this from a quest. Another cloak. We picked this up from the Raceway actually right here. This quest is from the Raceway. I had it in my stash from level 30s. It lasted me for a while, just kind of sitting in my bank, and then began using it at 54. We made the Nightscape Tunic. We found random Hawkeye bracers back at level 30 in the Saltwater Flats. We pick up the Skull Smasher from a quest in Blasted Lands. We made the Grifter's leather, the Grifter's gauntlets, the Grifter's belt, and the Grifter's boots. We recently got the Telco Jungle Pants. I'm choosing to use these over the Nightscape Pants just because I do lose some stamina directly. You know, I can put that kit on there that gives me +5 stamina, but I gain 1% hit. Right now, I'm sitting at roughly 4% hit chance, which is enough for me to clear the leveled mobs that are at my level and not miss a whole lot, right? I don't like missing my initiation, my early, what's it called? When I open on Pounce, yeah. When I get a Pounce, I don't like missing that from time to time, right? Let me see if anything here. Go ahead and get mounted. I don't think I need any more quests from here. Oh, it didn't save. Okay. Because I ulted forward last night, I set my timer and I set it to crash out. Hi, is this Turtle? Yes, Harry. What is up, Aries? Welcome into the stream. Yeah, this is Classic Plus. We are playing on Turtle. I've decided to kind of rename my titles a bit and not make it so obvious. But yes, we are playing on Turtle WoW. If you have any questions, whether it's about World of Warcraft, Hardcore, Turtle WoW, other classes, definitely drop it into the chat. We're going to go ahead and be fighting. I think I'm going to be running around taking out gorillas. Let's go ahead and get buffed up here. Stamina. I thought I had another buff still somewhere. Oh, we got that stamina. Got a food buff for 20. And I must have used my other one. I had like a strength powder. Okay, I'm gonna leave 4. 4 is a bit crazy when I'm not looking at it directly. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna be running around here. We're gonna be grinding till level 57.5 here on gorillas. Ooh, see, I failed my pounce. My pounce pretty much failed right there. I got a new record high on my ferocious bite. That was kind of expected after I trained it at level 56. Yeah, 56. I think it might be best for me to not do apes, but instead do the snakes like I was doing yesterday. They're at the same level essentially, but what happens with the gorillas is the gorillas, they stun me, and that takes away a little bit from my, you know, my damage in my op time. And so these guys are netting me 650 experience. So again, 10 guys is 6,500 experience. If I take out the cobras back here, like I said, they're 55 to 56, I believe. They're not going to give me any sort of stun effect. So this is just like a raw damage fight. Another ferocious bite crit, a new max high of 1389. I forgot how much experience I got there, but it's a good amount. I think we also got another... Oh, we got a new pounce. That's right. So our pounce is also a bit higher. Yeah, it just can't make the market. The market started ticking back up a bit, but it just doesn't have the momentum right now to continue moving higher. So it's kind of slacking back down. I don't want it to fall back and like retest the back. You know, it gapped up a lot back between a few weeks ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago, right? It gapped up a lot. It had 3 days of gap up. I'm really not looking forward to it potentially retesting those gap ups, because that would be horrid. Back down here and just kind of take out these bush tails through here. Let's see. Good. 24. Barrel's better. Oh.
Taz Dingle.
Yeah, everyone says that the Feral Swiftness is best in slot. I know Rock didn't like it, but I like having 30% speed moving between mobs to mob. Oh, ferocious bite. 1,303, but not a high. That is not a new high. I thought it was. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, definitely drop it into the chat. Right now, we're just doing a chill grind to level 57.5 today. We have a few hours to do it. So instead of running around trying to find what quest and that quest to do, every 10 of these guys will net me 6,500 experience. So if I just continue to go in my loop, that's essentially the equivalent of just completing a quest, right? If I were to go out there right now and try and complete a quest by running around, sure, I would complete a quest, or 2, or 3, or 4, but by completing those 4 quests, I would have spent nearly 30 minutes running around, right? Just to net myself an additional 20,000 of experience, which is the equivalent of me just standing here for a few minutes in a path doing this. So if I was slow and steady, I wouldn't be doing this option, obviously, because my experience would be cut in half. But because I am able to get double the experience with rested experience, and I have level 35 died. We're gonna see some others die as well, because that is 1 out of 5 inside of a dungeon. Let's take a look here. Got 1 out of 5. Uno, they say in chat. Uno. Let's see who's next. So we had the level 35 take out. Oh, we got a ferocious bite. Nice. 1301. And our crit rating is now 20.4%. We have a lot of crit. 1 in 5 of our attacks will crit. Pretty dang good. It is pretty dang good. Asphyxia, were you playing on Turtlewell? I think you were, right? I think you started leveling a like warrior on hardcore. I think I had it on my friends list, but you may have died, right? Oh, clicked on the wrong button. Yep, we are streaming. Oh, right. That back up. Dang crit. Very nice. We didn't cover all of our talents, so let's go ahead and cover talents real fast. Level 10, we picked up 1 point into Nature's Grasp. Then from level 11 all the way to level 30, went Ferocity, Fertile Impact, Thick Hide. Then we went into getting Feral Swiftness. We got Sharpened Claws. Once we got Sharpened Claws, we went down and picked up Predatory Strikes. That was level 30. By the time we got Predatory Strikes, we had hit level 30. And at level 30, I always do a big respec at level 30 on my Druids. Just because at level 30, 11 points into balance becomes the best. You're going to go ahead and go 1 point Nature's Grasp, 2 points Sylvan's Blessing for that regeneration and mana. And then we went ahead and did 2 points into Improved Nature's Grasp. We went 3 points into Natural Weapon, increasing all of our damage across all of our specs by 10%. So bear form, cat form. And then we went 2 points into Natural Shapeshifter, reducing the cost of our shifts between, you know, bear, cat, yada yada yada. And then we did the bread and butter of the balance tree, the Omen of Clarity. Any sort of offensive or cast, damaging cast, etc. has a chance to enter a clear casting mode, making your next attack basically cost no rage, no energy, no mana. So it's very efficient in quickly taking out bad guys, as you can proc multiple shreds in a row due to Omen of Clarities, and it just procs a lot. After that, we went back into the Feral Tree, and now that we were level 30, we had much more access to bleed, so I did go ferocity once again, reducing my claw, rake, savage bite, swipe, maul requirements across the board. Then we went 2 into brutal impact. This increases the duration of my pounce by 1 second. So the difference between that 1 second here, it allows me to pounce on a target, get 1 shred, get 2 shreds. That's the difference between having that extra 1 second. It allows me to get 2 shreds into the back of the target there. And then after I did the pounce, instead of thick hide this time, because I was choosing not to tank anything, I was going to go straight DPS. I went ahead and put 3 points into open wounds. Now this right here, open wounds increases your claw damage by 30% per bleed. Now when you open up and you pounce on a target, that pounce is 1 bleed. Now if you're fighting a big target, you can go ahead and do a rip and then do another rake. And essentially, if I were to run away from this guy, he is bleeding from pounce is 62, my rake is 71, my rip is 177. That's about 300 damage, a tick between all of these bleeds going on. And then that would boost my claw damage by an additional 90% on top of that if I was continuing to attack him, right? So it would get, he would be taking a lot of damage. But I don't rip very often on these type of bad guys because they just fall very, very quickly either way. But on bigger mobs that are more difficult, I will definitely rip them and just kind of let them bleed out while I'm in bear form, kind of lessening the damage that they're able to put out. And then after that, I went 2 points to Feral Swiftness. I like moving between targets fast. I don't want to sit there and run super slow between targets. I want to just stay in my cat form, move from one target to the next target to the next target. So I got Feral Swiftness. Then I went 3 points into Sharpened Claws, increases my crit by 6%. And once we had that, I then went down into Improved Shred. So the moment that I put 3 points into here, that unlocked this tier right here. So before I got Primal Fury, Blood Frenzy, and Predatory Strikes, I went straight into Improved Shred. This meant that I now had Prowl at this level, and I had access to Shred, and I had access to Omen of Clarity. From that point on, I wanted to have my Shred cost 50, because then I could begin to pump 2 shreds into a target. Otherwise, it doesn't happen as often, right? Because it eats up a lot more energy. So this is increasing my damage across the board on Shred by 10%. That means my 2 backstabs essentially do 10% more damage, which they already do a nice amount. Watch this. Trunks. There's a Shred. I didn't get my second Shred in there, but I can go like this. If I walk into him, he'll start pathing backwards and I'll get another Shred in. And then after I got Improved Shred, I went and picked up Predatory Strikes, increasing my attack power while in different forms by 10%, increasing the damage of Claw, Rake, Maul, and all those abilities as well. Then I went and got... Let me see here. I got Blood Frenzy, increasing the duration of Tiger Fury. The Tiger Fury increases my damage done by 35, regenerates 10 energy for 5 seconds. It's basically just a damage modifier. The energy regeneration just recoups the energy that you lost prior a little bit, right? It recovers 2/3 of the energy required of using it, which is pretty cool. So you use it preemptively to boost your attacks, and then you just kind of keep it active. So yeah, Tiger's Fury is good. It lasts almost primarily through the whole duration of the fight. And then from Blood Frenzy, I went up and got Primal Fury. Every time I get a crit, I get an additional combo point on the target. So if I were to crit on these guys, I would have, you know, upwards of, yeah, I just got a crit right there. I put 2 combo points on him. I got 5 combo points total, and I was able to do that Ferocious Bite a bit sooner. And then once I had Primal Fury, take a look here. I put 1 point into Berserk. So Berserk unlocked the next tier for me, so I put 1 point into Berserk. Then I went 5 points into Heart of the Wild, increasing my intellect by 20%. And then once I increase my intellect by 20%, stamina is increased by 20% while in Dire Bear form, and my strength is increased by 20% while I'm in cat form. So it just slowly made me stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's why strength is a better stat modifier for druids. If you can get gear with strength over agility, like agility is still nice. Like you get crit rating, obviously you want crit, but that attack power is going to be really nice as all your white damage is going to just be naturally higher. It's a balance, right? People like the balance between having crit and having strength, and there is a bit of a balance there. I'm not sure what the specific balance is, but I like having around 20%. I'm all about that agility, says Sandingo. Yeah, I like agility as well. I like seeing crits, but at the same time, consistent damage. Give me crits and dodge. Exactly. That crit and dodge does help a lot when you're leveling. Because, you know, if you're opening and getting those crits early on, that means the target's got to be dead before they get a chance to really turn around and smack you. And then after I got Heart of the Wild, I went down into Leader of the Pack. Leader of the Pack is a nice solid 3% crit chance. So it helps both range and melee. So anytime you have a druid in your party who's a feral druid, they're going to give you 3% crit for both ranged and melee attacks. Not spells, but like if you're a hunter, then that 3% crit's going to be benefiting you guys as well. And then, now that we had the feral tree essentially kind of topped off, now eventually I will probably be putting a point into Carnage here on my next levels. But after I was done with the feral tree, I went and got into the resto tree, and I picked up 5 points into Fur. Basically, the moment that I swap into my cat form, I get 40 energy right off the bat. And the moment that I swap into my bear form, I have 10 rage right off the bat. So that could be very useful, like if I wanted to. If I had charge, I could turn into a bear and then charge the target. I just do not have charge, but you can see here I can swap to a cat form. I'll automatically get 40 rage. So sometimes I've seen some people do some kind of macro that takes you out of form, puts you into form, uses shred, takes you out of form, puts you into form, uses shred. It's like a weird combo. And then there used to be a helmet that increased how much energy you would get when you turn into a cat. So essentially every time that you turn into a cat, you would have over the 50 energy threshold. So you could just basically be turning into a human cat and have 50 plus energy in order to do a shred. And that would just be the combo right there. But they nerfed that. That is not a thing here on Turtlewell. And look at that, we're already 2 levels in. 2 bars. We're about 2.5 bubbles in. And that's what I just like this grind. It's really not a bad spot. I think this is going to be, I think I wrote this down in my in Discord. I kind of been writing down specifically where I've been grinding at for specific levels. If you don't want to quest, you just kind of want to grind and skin your way to level 60. That's kind of the way that I designed this route. Is that if you do not want to quest, you just want to chill, you know, put a movie on the side, kind of zone out and just have some fun while just mindlessly killing bad guys, skinning them, getting a ton of leather, then this is a great opportunity. There was somebody trying to buy some rugged leather yesterday. They bought 4 stacks from me for 16 gold. if you know somebody else is out there looking for some rugged leather, I will definitely be supplying rugged leather to people, because I can sell rugged leather from anywhere from like 3 to 4 gold, right? And it adds up pretty quick, especially if you're just been kind of sitting here. Right now I have 297 stacks of rugged, or not stacks, I have 297 rugged leather right now. So I do have quite a bit. Oh, I knew you were supposed to be here. I think I was just ahead of the curve. I got a lot of rugged leather. I don't know what they're talking about. Ira? I'm trying to think if that's Game of Thrones. I don't know what reference they're talking about. What are they talking about? Ira's worse than Sansa. Okay. Yeah, they are talking about Game of Thrones. But Ira was only blind for a short time, and then she took out the what's called, like the whiff or whatever it was. What the wife? I don't know what the name was. I forgot the one character was, but she took out the one character, and then she regained her sight. The whiff, or whatever it was called. I think they're supposed to be doing a continuation of Game of Thrones. I think I saw that. Like Game of Thrones, the last season is supposed to be getting a redone or something. Maybe not. Oh, market crossed back over green. We're back in the green, and let me see. Crypto fake out. People are talking about the chat. What is Bitcoin at right now? Bitcoin is at 87,000. Yeah, Bitcoin's gone down a lot, unfortunately, but it's holding its own. It's holding at 88,000, which is good. A lot of people believe that Bitcoin would fall down into like the $74,000 range, and that could just be the beginning of, you know, $54,000. But it seems to be kind of holding and maintaining at 88,000, and it bounces up to about 90-some thousand occasionally. So it's kind of holding its own. It's following a 4-year cycle. Yeah, that's what people said. Back in 2020, it also had a nearly 40% correction. But I feel like it's kind of holding its own at this spot. I thought they were redoing the Game of Thrones. I know people in chat right now are talking about Game of Thrones right now. It's always interesting. No? Okay, they're not. I think they are, but Robert, isn't that the big guy that got taken out by the board? And I got the cough, and I don't want to sound crazy. There we go. Robert was good, but he let Joffrey be Joffrey, right? You know nothing, Snowy boy. I enjoyed Game of Thrones. I remember the very first season of that show had me hooked. I had never really read the books, but watching the show, it had me really hooked into what was going to happen, like what was the next thing. There's so many books out there that I don't know. There's so many good books out there that people have written and people won't ever read, right? There's probably some really, really good books out there that were written. Only the small percentage of people ever really got to enjoy and read. And they'll just kind of be forgotten, fall into the wayside. What the heck?
Glory to the Quel'Dorei!
Chat's gone wild. Remember that. Oh! Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That is true. I was like, what? No, he did it. Oh, yeah, he did. Yes, he did. I would like the gold miners to cut their production in half for the 4 years. I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, gold is crazy right now. And there has been a lot of people lining up to sell it recently. I was watching on the news that people have been lining up to sell their gold recently at $4,300, $4,400. There was some people at Costco. I saw shorts of people going to Costco, buying gold from Costco, going down to the pawn shop and being able to flip it. So they were buying it from Costco for, say, like $4,200, and then they went down to their local pawn shop that was selling it for buying it for like $4,400, and they were able to buy it right for that $4,200. They were able to sell it for a little bit below spot, like $4,350 or whatever, and they were netting the difference of $150. Now, do I want to buy gold at these prices? Probably not, but at the same time, what if gold rides up to 5,000? That's still a good percent upwards to the momentum. It's hard with precious metals because you know that history isn't good for them, especially silver. It would be like gold miners cutting the production in half every 4 years. Oh shoot, you could see me, huh? Thought I got in there before you could see me. Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings? I've never watched Lord of the Rings, so I can't say for sure whether Lord of the Rings is good. I did watch one of them, but it was boring. In terms of action, like they were just walking for the majority of the movie, and it just wasn't exciting. There was like a couple action scenes, and that was it. God, TV show is not canon. Dude, people, man. Books are canon. TV shows are usually not canon anyways. The worst book to TV show adaptation. The worst book to TV show adaptation is The Seeker. The Sword of Truth series, man. That TV show was terrible. I will be rich and famous.
Outstanding.
Nice crit right there. Full lance. Oh my goodness. I don't think that was a book, was it? If you want to be rich, just become an OF model. can sell some night elf, high elf feet pictures on only WoW. New site. New site only WoW. Giving free tabards to alliance guildies plus or minus 20 in Stormwind. Yeah, look at all this rugged leather. So much rugged leather. And I'm sub to a blonde blood elf on only WoW. A blonde night elf. Wait, a blonde blood elf. Ha. Yep. I can't think of a good name for that right now. I'm trying to, like, in my head I was like, what would the name be? But nothing's coming to my head. Oh yeah, it's picking up. Hopefully I just want to get out of the red for the day. I don't want to close today in the red. Because tomorrow is not New Year's, it's New Year's Eve. Wednesday is the official New Year's Day, like New Year's Eve. I'm really hoping that the market can tick up and close at least flat today. That would make me feel a bit better over the outcomes of Tuesday and Wednesday's market. As I know, there will be some profit taking going into potentially the last and final days of the market, but all the big institutions have already taken profits and taken losses back in November. That's why we had so much volatility right now. Our trading volume in these last few weeks is it's below 50% of the normal trading volume. So there's not a lot of people at their trading desks right now. There's not a lot of volatility. Everything that's going on right now is kind of just retesting and making sure that, hey, yeah, we are in a good place to move higher. They still got 2 days. Yeah, but most of the institutional guys are just taking breaks already, right? Retail investors wait till the last day, but institutional investors, they already took profits. They're away from their trading desks. They're out there hanging out. Oh man. Dude, you resisted my... First, he didn't let me get the... He didn't let me get the pounce. Then he didn't let me get the moonfire, or the fairy fire. My computer's making sounds like it's thinking of stuff right now. What are you thinking about? What in the world are they talking about? What are they talking about? Oh, my mouth? Oh. Yeah. Let's see here. The partners are in the Hamptons. Got the courts back in the office. Yeah. Exactly. Like, they're not doing a whole lot right now. There might be some people in the offices doing specific stuff, but most people around this time of the year, they have off. Like, federal bankers' hours right now. And my throat is still terrible. I don't know how it sounds on mic. If you guys can hear my like when I'm talking, it's fine. But when I'm trying to clear my throat, hopefully my microphone doesn't pick all of that up, because I'd hate that. Death comes for everyone. and it comes for everyone. And we'll cough that out. Yeah, I just woke up with this morning. My daughter's been sick for the last few days, and she crawled into bed with us last night, and she got right in the middle. She was in my face. I woke up at night, and I just feel like this arm go across my face. I'm like, oh no, why are you right next? Oh no, we got company over here. We got company. This is gonna slow down my process a bit. Oh, there's one Dragon Ball retreat. But like I said, we will see some people kind of rummage through here, but the majority of people that are coming through here are just completing the quest. Yeah, they're probably doing the bushtail quest. You got to take out 10 bushtails and then they'll be out of here. Nice crit. I forgot what level the guys are in Winter Spring. The Furbergs that drop the green potion. I wonder if they're like 56, 57, because they could also be, I can't skin them, but they would drop the 20 strength potions as well. I don't think I can skin Furbergs. I think they're considered humanoids. Look at all those crits. I got that guy way below half health. Way below. We've been playing WoW for decades. This guy should be going backward. There he goes. I was like, he should patrol back. Wake up. Bada, 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 bada. There we go. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So... cough it out. Yeah, oh, I wish. I tried coughing it out a bit earlier. It doesn't go out. It's unfortunate, but I'll get over it. It'll be better tomorrow, hopefully. I just gotta drink tea, stay warm, and it generally goes away. So there's doing some mailbox runs. So if you wanted to stay hardcore, you would need to go and do the mailbox run. We are not going to be going hardcore. We are going straight to level 60. Do not pass hardcore. Do not collect no rewards. We are going to hit level 60 as a normal character. Get our normal rewards. We're going to get not only the immortal mount, we're going to get also hopefully the Alt Olympics mount. We're making an alt after the announcement. We should get a little bonus mount. We should also get the title of the Immortal and a tabard and a few other things. We're just gonna go. We're going for level 57 right now. We're almost about halfway there. It's only 10:49, so oh man. I know for a fact that we will hit 57 today. Pushing above 57. I'm not sure if we could push for 57 and a half. But we'll see. We'll see. I would like to end tonight at 57.5-ish. Or right now. And then tonight, when I play tonight, I could go for 58 tonight. But tonight would be Monday, 58. And I'm not going to stream tomorrow during the day. We're hoping to go back to the lake tomorrow, or, you know, go out on some hike tomorrow. I know my son's also feeling, he doesn't feel good right now either. And that's why we went out by ourselves yesterday, because my wife stayed home. She bought like this new old century cabinet, and she was kind of fixing it up and mounted her on the wall and taking the mirror off to replace, you know, increase the, she raised the height level of the mirror. Like, she was doing some stuff around the house while watching the daughter. Oh no, we sold back off. Oh no, like we didn't keep it. I thought we would have been good. That went back up to 688, and now it's selling off back down to 680. It's pennies, like it's dollars, but it still hurts looking at your portfolio. That's okay. I can't make it to walking 20. What? 20 walk? Oh. How about the turtle mount? Oh, he only walks? No running? I have to see. Walk only or not? I wonder if that is, Oh, walking. I can't spell. RP walking? Wow, only walking. This guy's leveling with only RP walking. Slowest priest in the world, man. Flight paths can only be used if I walk to get it first. If you're doing a quest, by the time you walk to a second mob, the first one would have respawned. There's no plus movement speed. Aw, I think my other one, no hit.
Glory to the Quel'Dorei.
That was a direct hit. And my ferocious bite only did 876, but that was not a crit. That was still pretty decent for not being a crit. Should have played a mage then, had one. He died. Mage can blink. Don't play Paladin. Everyone's got a Paladin. Come on, one more tick. Yes. Ferocious bite. Yay. Uh, 1,000 health. Yeah, we'll go ahead and heal. Cast Three Thorns. What about this stuff? We are... Dang it. I thought it'd be closer to half. But say, hey, that's still good. We're making good time. It's not even 11 yet. I think we started on this grind at 10-ish, because I know I was running around for a bit in Elwyn Forest. I started the stream a little bit late, then I was running around Elwyn Forest. I ran to the racetrack, and the racetrack kind of flopped on me because nobody was there. So I didn't even get the race. Like, the amount of experience that I get just from killing these mobs is, you know, if I take out 10 of these mobs or so, a little over 10, that's the equivalent of doing 2 of those racetracks. It used to be those racetracks provided me with a good chunk of experience. And 4,000 experience is still a pretty good chunk, but it's not huge. Salt shaker. Yeah. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to buy when I become a softcore player. It's a salt shaker. I can't make my own devil source stuff yet until I get a salt shaker, so I can get cured leather. Because until I get a salt shaker, I cannot make that cured leather, it's called, or whatever it's called. I think it's called cured leather. I think it is. Heroism H. $58 trying to do those red quests. Those quests are pretty much death. Huh. Oh. Almost saw me. Almost saw me. One more. There it goes. Get that ferocious bite in. It dodged it. We'll get it again. 585. That's a weak ferocious bite. Add 5 stacks. It's supposed to do 685 to 735. I only did 5 something. Sweet chat. We'll just stick with Ferocious Bite. Ferocious Bite is just so much better than Rip right now, just because it's direct damage. At this point, honestly, it might be better to just go with Feral Aggression, as my Ferocious Bite would get a 15% damage and I'm not ripping a whole lot when it comes to what a work order stating the attic crawl space hatch fell in. Oh. I will give them a call. Attic hatch. How that happened. Let's see. Yeah, it's still kind of down. It was at 688. Now it's at 687, right? Chat down. Chat's going crazy at the moment. I'm gonna move it down a bit. They're not talking about books or TVs anymore. Now they're just talking about different things. But yeah, I enjoyed the Game of Thrones series. I'm not sure. I thought I had read something that they're going to be doing some either like prequel or redo of Game of Thrones stuff towards the end, because a lot of people were very disappointed with the final 2 seasons of Game of Thrones. I did not think the final season was put together too well. It felt really rushed. But then again, I don't know what the books did differently, if it was like that in the books. But I'm pretty sure, I think the books kind of split away from what took place and in the TV series, like after a while, the TV series got ahead of the books. So they kind of had to come up with things on their own without relying on the material, you know, the book material. So maybe the TV series, they went ahead and got information of what the author was going to do, and then they kind of did it, and then, you know, that kind of gave the author a chance to see, is this ending something that the audience would enjoy or like? And the audience had a really bad response to how it ended, so now he may have changed it to do something differently because of that. That was a terrible ferocious bite. 610. That was a terrible ferocious bite.
Hail to the night.
Hail to the night, baby. To the night. We got a new episode of Fallout tonight at midnight or tomorrow, right? Fallout's coming out, say, episode 3. I'm pretty vested in that. Ooh, big ferocious bite, 1504. That is near the all-time high on the ferocious bite. We Horde would probably get along with the Lions if they weren't for those greedy humans. Oh, another ferocious bite crit, beating out another one. Our new high is 1511. 1511. Oh no. Saw me. Whenever a mob sees me, I just go ahead and do the 2 rips on them. I do the 2 bleeds to kind of maximize the claw damage that I'm doing on them. And then I'll swap, and then I'll do my claws, and then I'll do a ferocious bite. Oh, we got some people dying in Stormwrought Ruins. Level 32 just died, although Yania. I think Stormwrought Ruins is higher level than 32, so I don't know if it's a whole group. Single guy. Now they're giving away free tabards to the Horde. So they were giving away free tabards to the Alliance earlier. Now they're giving away free tabards to the Horde. That's essentially a gold that you save. Nice. Aww. 589. I do like that my ferocious bites are now hitting for over what my claws would do. So it does make sense to use a ferocious bite on the finisher now versus not using it. Before, it didn't make any sense for me to do ferocious bite because the ferocious bite would eat all my rage, my energy, and then not produce the same effect as just doing a claw. Maximo Bartholomew. Superpower. So I got you changed and got huge winter storm coming through. So very windy. Canada, maybe? I'm not sure where they're having it. Do you guys hear that Montana? Hey, what's up, Wind? Welcome into the stream. I hear that in Montana, they're getting so much rain that normally would turn into snow this time of the year. But because of the change in the atmosphere, like temperature-wise, they are not snowing. Like, it's not snowing over there. It's actually just raining, and it's been causing lots of floods. If that's true, that's pretty crazy. I know we had some pretty good amount of rain last week, and now we're not having any rain this week, which is nice. Oh man, thought I would get that last one. Where's your speak bot? It's not working. It's not working so well. I have no idea what's up with it. I tried to get it to work the other day. It wasn't working. Oh, I got full inventory. Okay, let's go ahead and liquidate some stuff real fast. Look at us. Let's see how much money we make here. That. Kind of liquidated our stuff, our assets down to nothing. Oh wait, I need to heal. Heal up before we continue. Go ahead and rebuff. How much money did I make? I made very little. I made like 2. Wait, somebody got kicked? What did they get kicked for? I have an alt which I'm making Inferno. I'll try to be walking Inferno. I'm gonna try to enjoy T-Bow raids. Wait, what are they talking about? Don't come back. Come back on an alt. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Okay, because he went immortal. So Thalassadar hit level 60. He was like, grats, come play with Inferno on the next character. Rats. Congrats. Like everyone in the chat says, congrats. I have an alt which I'll be making Inferno. I'll be the walking Inferno. Gonna try and use this to enjoy Turtle Wow raids though. Congrats, don't take the kick seriously and do come back on an alt. So he got kicked out of the guild because he's a warrior and he went softcore. This guild right here, it's cold only once. It's designed for hardcore players to level up. Like you have a good guild, you have people you can trade with, talk to. And you know that everyone in this guild is hardcore. Whether they're leveling or they hit level 60. And there are some level 60 hardcores in this guild. If we open up the guild chat and we head over to the tavern, the level here, we can see that there is a level 60 paladin who's a hardcore character. There's a warrior. There's a hunter. This guy right here is the main guild people. Like he's him inviting people often in the chat for the guild. But he's also a trade chain, which means somebody out there has leveled characters in a trade chain from level 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 in order to trade chain on hardcore from, from level 60 down because of that restriction of the plus or 5 levels. And I'm storming the jungle today and hit 38. Oh, nice, dude. You're already 38. You are chugging along quick. Yeah, Stranglethorn time, huh? It's a good time. I think I saw your earlier level. Oh no, it shows that, yeah, the last time that I saw you online was 7 days ago. And I still have you as level 33. But I thought you messaged me last night when I was streaming last night. I thought when I logged on, you were level 33 and you said like yo or something. Well, I responded to you yo. And I think so last night you were level 33 and you hit level 38 already. That was fast. Yeah, see, Air B is usually the one kind of recruiting. I do get some thick leather, but not a lot. Nice crits. Those are some really nice crits. Oh, that would have been perfect if I got Ferocious Bite with a crit there as well. But we got a ton of additional crits through there. That guy dropped fast. So there's somebody else over here. What is that?
Outstanding.
Leveling with no downtime is awesome. Yeah, druids have literally no downtime. And if you're like me, right, I don't have to go back to the town. I have my little bot right here I can just sell things to. As soon as my bags get full, I just go ahead and liquidate my bags, and then I move on to the next guy. That rogue's going to be opening on that thing, so I'm going to go for this one over here. I got 2 crits in a row. This guy did drop down to below 50%. And boom, we just got a new finisher right there. 1,628 damage is our new all-time high for those ferocious bites. So that guy dropped down like a rock. I would like to do like BRD arena runs, but they just take time. And I need to hit level 60 before Wednesday. So I need to hit level 60 before Wednesday so I can get my reward. What level are these guys at? 57? Okay. Where's the face at? You guys look so cool. The eyes are like face. Oh, he's immune to my bleed. Oh, he's immune to bleed. Okay. He's not immune to my pounce itself, just immune to the bleed. This guy does quite a bit of damage. Those shocks for 133. He's taking forever to take out. So see, like, it doesn't make sense to like grind on these guys. Why I just stick to my normal path. Grinding on these bushtail cobras. They're at my level. They give me a good chunk of experience, and I'm getting so much thick leather, rugged leather right now. Eventually, someone in the chat is going to be wanting to buy it. 3 bleeds and claw, massive damage, right? Yeah, that is if the target lasts that long. If you're spec'd with the, what is it called? If you spec'd into open wounds, that bleed does a ton of damage. And now that you have pounce as well. So I just do the 1. So normally, like, if I want to stack, I'll go, see, I didn't do the shred here. I usually do 2 shreds instead. But as an example, I pounced, that was 1 bleed. And then I did a rip with that with that pounce. I had 1 combo point. I was able to do a rip, and then I did a rake, and that puts 3 bleeds. And then I can just go into my claws. But I think doing the shreds is still a better opener. So if I get a shred in. And then I've been sticking with my ferocious bites now, because ferocious bite hits pretty decent. Ferocious bite actually outperforms my claw. So I know in the level 30s, it's better for rip, because the targets are actually lasting quite a bit longer. You just have to kind of play around with how long are the enemies lasting. Is it better to use ferocious bite or rip? I usually pounce first, then rip and rake, fairy fire, start the claw. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was doing a minute ago, but you pounce, you rip, break, and then start clawing down. Yeah, the bleeds are all gone. So yeah, I guess if you open like that, that gets your bleeds the full effect, and it kind of lasts the full fight. Right, again, if there's any, I usually like the pounce, shred. Okay, so pounce, rip, break, and then claw down. He gets about 70% on those not open. Yeah, like that with fairy fire. Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't do fairy fire in there, huh? Yeah, I usually do the fairy fire after I finish. Once he comes out of the stun with the pounce and he looks at me. Pounce, rip, break. Oh yeah, I forgot fairy fire. I can hear my daughter out there coughing. Or all of that. Yeah, see, but that's my 2. I do 2 shreds, and then I can go in here and do like a ferocious bite too. It just depends. For me, I like the shreds. I like the opening on shreds versus the rip and rake, because that's not much. What's it called? Not a lot of initial damage. I guess it does build up your long-term damage with claw. Come on. Yeah, you do exactly what I do. Yeah, I kind of alternate between different things. I usually like to open with the pounce and then shred. But pounce and then bleeds work really good as well. And then I do the finisher with the ferocious bite. We're now halfway to 57. It's going pretty quick. Go ahead and do a re-heal here. That one ended up being kind of weak. I'd like to have like a finisher where I hit the mob and it heals a percentage of the life. So say he's almost dead, but I have 5 combo points on him. I'd rather just kind of heal a little bit. Just some type of a heal bite. But it's no biggie. And are you doing a lot of quests or are you grinding? I wasn't sure if you were kind of grinding it out or if you're doing quests and such.
Alone be praised.
And what's up, gamer? Hey, welcome into the stream. Welcome in, welcome in. I needed a bit of software. Yeah, we have been playing hardcore for the last 2+ years. For the last 2+ years, I have done nothing but hardcore. I've leveled on hardcore. I've been hardcore at level 60. I haven't touched a softcore character at all in 2+ years, since back in 2023. Even before that, right? Throughout 2022, 2023, I did play hardcore as well during that time frame. And Medini, oh my goodness. Many, welcome into the stream. How are you doing today? Welcome in, guys. Yeah, dead mines wiped out there. I think I saw if it was 3 out of 5 or 5 out of 5. I did see quite a few deaths there. But that happened outside, right? Oh, where'd it go? Defias Pirate. Yeah, that was inside. So they were right there towards the end of Dead Mines. Because I'm pretty sure the pirate is on the docks. So they made it all the way through the hard part. Or maybe the hard part for a lot of people is the end. You're almost 60? Yes, we are almost level 60. We have 4 levels to go, and we're halfway right now to level 57. Right now, we're doing a very chill grind here. You can see here that I'm going in the sloop. It's a pretty nice sloop for me. because these guys are all level 55, 56. I'm getting a little over 600 experience a kill. So every 10 of these mobs is over 6,000 experience, nearly 7,000 of experience. So if I were to go around and do a normal quest in like Fellwood or Shara, whatever, right, I would have to be running from one location to the other location. And the experience that I get from the quest would be, you know, 4,000, 5,000 experience. But I'm kind of cutting down on the running back and forth. And instead just kind of choosing to grind here. I'm getting a ton of rugged leather. So this stuff right here, I can sell stacks of rugged leather from anywhere from 3 to 4 gold per stack. Which means that if anybody does end up wanting some rugged leather, I could just sell it to them. That's going to make up the loss from completing quests. My shaman died at level 10, but I want to go again with hunter. Now at level 20. Oh, wow. Nice. Which is your favorite game? My favorite game is going to be, let's see here. My favorite ever game is probably going to be Final Fantasy VII. Because that game, it was one of the early games that I enjoyed so much. Like I read so much of, I remember playing Final Fantasy VII on my PlayStation and going through it a few times. I had a whole guide that I followed. Like I bought the Final Fantasy VII guide and I went through and I collected different things that I missed on my initial playthroughs, and I went and explored different areas of the world. And I remember racing and doing a lot of the game mode events. I beat that game so much, and then I went and like I watched a lot of like the I don't remember much of the lore now behind it, but I remember I always enjoyed the backstory of Final Fantasy VII. Going back to Paladin after this Druid, yeah. The Paladin. After this Druid, I'm probably going to mostly just play this Druid, stream it, and try and get his best in slot tank gear. So I'm gonna try and go for best in slot tank, DPS, heals, and boomkin. I'm going to go ahead and be farming his. So at level 60, I'm trying to collect 350 gold so I can get the dual spec device. So at level 60, I'm hoping I will be able to get dual spec. I will go and get the feral. I'm probably not going to be tanking right off the bat at level 60. So I'll go ahead and put together a healing set and a healing spec and a feral spec for just open world survival. So I will go and tank. I will go heal dungeons at level 60 to get gear. Like I'll roll on things that I need in order to get a better healing set, better DPS set, and tank pieces that I can find. And then once I start to collect all these pieces, I'll hopefully make some money and get another spec where I can begin to tank more. As a tank, you have more control of the dungeons that you run. So I can just, you know, go after the specific dungeons that I want, go over the specific pieces that I need. And I'll put together my tank stuff. And then, you know, I'm pretty sure I'll probably have a decent boomkin set. And I do see that there's tons of guilds running Oni and MC and stuff, so I'm pretty sure we'll get some pugs during our normal stream time, as well as I find a more permanent home. And I'm looking for a guild that will stream around like 11 a.m. my time. I think that's 1900 or 2000 server time. And I did see a few EU guilds that do that. So if I can get an EU guild that does MC Oni right around this time, that means that during the stream I will be able to do different raids and do some preemptively what should we do at 60 content. Hey Unchi, scroll the chat up and read the name of Gone Offline. The name starts with an O. Oh. Oh. only walks. There's only walks. That's a priest. So he is leveling his priest that he can only RP walk. There's a priest in the guild who only wants to hit level 60 on hardcore by only walking. So he is going to be RP walking his way to level 60. Your boots are cursed!
Walk only!
Walk only. Yeah, you read it. See show. Is it that? What is it? 2 minutes of walking only. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and walk only for 2 minutes, but RP walking 2 minutes. Okay. This is going to be the slowest 2 minutes of my life. Two minutes of... Like, as a priest, it's not that bad because you have range. Well, at least kind of get you by. But as a class that relies on getting behind the mob, it's going to take forever. Thank you, Win. Thank you. I hope you have a great day. There we go. Man, you're really stagnating my process here, man. RP walk. Oop. I look cooler as a druid, just kind of RP walking. I look like, what's his name? Got you. What's the guy? It's not Thrall. Who's the guy in Desolence that has the bear? Misha. Rexar. Rexar has a bear pet. And I just kind of feel like Misha right now because they RP walk throughout Desolence. And that's what they do. I can just bring him to me. Screw the whole stealth thing. We'll just bring him to me. Hey, what is up, Simon? Welcome into the stream. How are you doing today? We are level 56. We're halfway to 57. And we are going to hopefully hit level 57 today. Plus, I'm hoping to hit, 57 and a half would be awesome. But we shall see how it goes. I don't plan on streaming tomorrow during the day. I need to work on some stuff tomorrow. I've been slacking on my other channel. I was supposed to make content last week on it, and I completely put it off. Instead, my son has been playing World of Warcraft with me, and we started playing on our druids for a bit. Over on Nord, we leveled up a few druids. We had some druids already that were sitting at level 36. We got them to level 40, and we got Dire Bear form, and then he wanted to PvP. Right now, every time we see a flagged person on Nord, we have Tor and Druid. So anytime we saw an Alliance character that was flagged, we attacked them. And he likes doing Battlegrounds, but man, Battlegrounds in that level 30-40 range, it was pretty crazy. There was some really, really geared people, like a Hunter, that was just completely shredding us up. Between him and his little boar and then his melee attacks. Survival hunters were doing a ton of damage. Hey, I got three. Oh, there we go. There's our 3 minutes. 3 minutes of RP walking. It's just... But imagine that priest. That's that priest's life. That priest is only RP walking on their way to level 60. And they can only take flight paths if they've gone from one... he said he can take flight paths, but he have to have found the flight path first or something. I don't know what his it's a self-imposed challenge. And Simon says, do you recommend downloading the full client or using the launcher? I'd like to use Super WoW, vanilla tweaks, the patch, and so on. I use the launcher, and vanilla tweaks is inside the launcher. So if you go onto the launcher inside of the add-ons, or no, the mods tab, you can turn on vanilla tweaks. And then you want to make sure that you turn on auto loot. that's in the launcher. I've never used Super WoW, so I can't tell you much experience on Super WoW. You know, if it, you know, all of that stuff. I have no idea on Super WoW. Honestly, I probably do want to try Super WoW at one point, but I'm not sure how reliable it is on a hardcore player. I would like to do the HD mod. I have the HD mod stuff downloaded. I don't want to play with it on a hardcore character just because I used to play HD mod a while back and I would crash. I crashed often in Gilneas. I would crash often in Stormwind, and I don't want to just accidentally like crash midway right when I'm fighting a mob, and then boom, all of a sudden my client crashes and I don't have that much further to go. But once I hit level 60 and the pressure's off where I can finally die on my character, then I will probably enable the HD mod and play with the HD mod and kind of see the difference. But the HD mod has a ton of stuff now. Have you looked at the HD mod? Let me see. Let me bring it up. It's on one of my tabs over here. I think it's this one. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not. Over here, no. Well, shoot, I did have the, oh, there it is. Professions, free patch 1.7, HD, patch reforged. Okay, that's it. Found the tab. So there's like patch A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, blah, 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 blah. All these patches, like 13 patches. You don't need them all. I think you only need patch A through E for the environment. Oh, no, you get gears and weapons, so patch G. But there's a ton of patches now. 3 minutes being Misha. Yeah, I had 3 minutes of just sitting there running around being Misha the bear. Oop, there we go. Yeah, I've never played Super WoW. I know a lot of guys on the hardcore side that do use Super WoW and haven't had any issues, so, you know, our raid leader on hardcore, on hard chores, he used Super WoW. He never had any issues, so. Will you run like MC in the future? Yes. Yeah. I do plan to run Molten Core, Ani, what's out right now? What raids are out right now on Ambershire? I think MC is out, Ani is out, and Karazhan 10 Man is out, right? So right now there's 3 raids that are out. I really want to hit level 60, get my pre-best in slot for healing or boomkin. Or feral, whatever is clever, and then we're going to be diving into the raiding scene and trying to get our tier 1. Once I get my tier 1, I'm hoping I can continue doing DPS, right? I don't want to be a healing druid. We'll see how it goes. I don't know the dungeon scene for druids. I think it's pretty good, but we shall see. I feel like druids have become a lot better in the raiding scene because of their bleeds affecting mobs now a lot more. And Ferocious Bite reapplies bleeds if you talent into that one thing down here. So if you go into your talents and go down and get Carnage, you have a 5 or 10% chance per combo point to refresh your active Rake and Rip abilities. So if you start off on a fight and you get a really nice Rip and then a Rake, and then you're able to stack combo points and just keep them active with your Ferocious Bite, then essentially you're bleeding these guys out for a ton of damage and then refreshing it with your Ferocious Bite, so you're getting a lot of damage put in. I'm planning to run Crescent Grove one time to get the blue shoulder. The blue shoulder. Huh. The Nightscape shoulders are really good around... what level is it? Like 30 something? Oh wait, I'm leather working so I can see. So in here... You have these barbaric stuff you can get at level 30. The barbaric shoulders are decent. And then Nightscape shoulders are 37. So Nightscape shoulders are level 37. You're hardcore. You can probably buy those shoulders for about a gold or something on the auction house right now. What are the shoulders called? How are they in comparison to the crescent shoulder? Oh, these ones? No, not these. What shoulders? I don't see any. It's a reward. Oh, it's the reward. Got it. Okay. Yeah. How do they compare the stats? Like, is it worth it? The difference in stats between just kind of buying the Night Ape ones from the auction house for a gold or so? Nice. That guy just breaded. See this guy over here. Dr. Beef. And if you have Atlas Quest, you can see it. I think I have Atlas Quest. If I click on here, go Atlas. Then Atlas Quest. I don't know. I don't use the Atlas Quest as often. I think I have it installed. I usually just use /db and then the item name. What the heck? Brit? Charge! I would like to go up into the snow. I just don't know if there's any snow nearby. Atlas Quest helps you see the quest to do the dungeons. So, let's see. Atlas. And you go, it's a Kalimdor instance. It is. I don't see the Crescent Grove in my list. It is a Kalimdor. Oh wait, maybe I gotta go over here. No, yeah, I don't. Oh wait, the Crescent Grove is right there. Okay, Crescent Grove. And then Atlas Quest. Okay, so here. There's the ring. No reward, no reward. It must be a horde related shoulder. Because the only shoulder here for the Alliance is a cloth shoulder. Yeah, it's a horde quest. Ah, okay, got it. Got it. I wonder. I don't know where my next point's gonna go into, honestly. Kind of thinking about that. Maybe go Carnage. That way, if I do put bleeds on the target early on, I could just use Ferocious Bite to kind of keep them going. But Carnage really isn't good outside of Raid. Ancient Brutality, Rage. So, Dodging an attack while in dire bear form imbues you with the spirit of the ancients, generating 2 rage for 5 seconds, blah blah blah. While in cat form, periodic 6 of your bleed, restore 3 energy. So that's not... Unless you're constantly bleeding the target. Like, your targets are going to die so fast when you solo play. I'm trying to think, like, I have to see where my next talent point's gonna go. That's gonna benefit me. Feral Aggression, I guess I could begin to put points into Feral Aggression. That would increase my Ferocious Bite. Direct, you know, that would be a direct damage buff to my Ferocious Bite by 3%. Because that would have a direct impact on me right now. You can see the Horde quest too. I didn't see it in there. I highlighted the 4 quests that were shown for me. Unless there's like a tab. Oh, here it is. Oh, 8 agility, 14 stamina, so... Oops. So these ones right here, 91 armor. I can't move this, so Nightscape. So these are 11 agility, 5 stamina. So you gain a little bit more armor, you lose agility, you gain a little bit more stamina. But these right here are very cheap and inexpensive. These require you to, I guess, complete the quest. That's not bad. Like, you're not having to compete against anybody. You just what the heck? I was running at that guy in human form. I was like, something feels different. Found out what it was. I was still a cat. I was still a night elf. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And we got a green item, thorium armor. Oh dang, that's good. Is it worth it? I would say no. Like, it's very minimally an upgrade from the Nightscape shoulders. If you want to deal with the headache of getting the group together and like running around and getting to the dungeon, getting through the dungeon, completing the quests and all that, then sure. But if you just want a quick, you know, shoulder replacement, just head to the auction house and just buy the Nightscape shoulders. Because you're at the level. You said you're level 38, so you can already get the Nightscape shoulders. No, this guy's in my zone. Auto zone. The faster this guy gets out of here and completes his quest, then I get back to my grind. Oh, he's done. Oh, no, he's not. I thought he was going to leave. But nope, he's just taking on 2 of them. If you want to see Crescent Grove and you're doing the other quests, it could be worth it. Like, just make sure you get all the quests for Crescent Grove. That way when you go through there, you complete every single quest. And, you know, you don't have to go back there. You get all the quests complete. You might get a chance of some loot inside the dungeon. And all of that. But when leveling, I don't spend a whole lot of time in dungeons unless I have all the quests. And usually there's an equivalent piece of gear and that level range that you can just get off the auction house. Like I said, you're just kind of trading agility for stamina on that piece. And as a druid, stamina is nice, but it's not like... It's not going to make or break a difference because you can heal yourself as a druid. So I'm not trying to stack too much stamina on my gear. Like, I will definitely choose pieces that have stamina and stats. But like, my wrists don't have any stamina, my pants don't have any stamina. It's just straight damage. Because if I do get hurt, I can just go ahead and pop out, do a regrowth in the middle of combat or between combat, and just kind of jump back into it. So I like to aim for gear that gives me that primary stats. Because if the target's dead, it can't hit you. Even on the hardcore end. Jeez, you are not letting me hit you with anything, huh? Wish they didn't change the frostbolt until recently. If you guys have suggestions for any sort of long form videos that you guys would like to have covered on a specific, like on Turtle Owl, hardcore, a specific class or something like that, I definitely want to be creating long form content on this channel, as streams are great, but YouTube doesn't, they're not monetized really well, because while you guys are tuning in for the streams, I feel like YouTube doesn't really count that as towards like the monetization views. So if I make a video, oh, this guy's back here and I didn't look at it. If I make a 10-minute video and it gets 1,000 views, like I made a video on Dragon Maw Retreat when it was coming out. That video has thousands of views. That one made me about $15, I believe, the first month that I released it. And if I just, that was like I think it was like a 12-minute video. I need to focus on making more 10 to 12-minute videos that people will tune in, watch all the way. Because YouTube rewards people, you know, YouTube rewards content that brings in viewers and gets watched over 40 or 60%. And then, you know, ad viewers see that and they're like, hey, well, you know, people are tuning into your stream, but they're only watching 0.5%, you know, 5% of the stream. The majority of the others, they just kind of pop in, they see, hey, you know, streaming for a bit, and it's the 8 to 10 minute videos that really just help out a lot. That's why you see a lot of content creators like Exario, what's his name? Just all the WoW guys, like all the bigger WoW guys, they stream, but then they take their streams and they edit it down into these 8 to 12 minute blocks of videos that are much more digestible. And it's the same content from their stream, but it's digested down into a really quick video of the main highlights of their stream. And it's just something fun to watch. People like sit through it more. So they make more money from people going back and like watching this 8 to 15 minute video than people watching the streams. But obviously they make a lot from subs and advertisers on Twitch as well. So I guess, I don't know. I don't know which is the best route there. Market's moving higher. Sandingo. We put in some buys. That's on the up and up. It hit a low of 686 on SPY today. That's 688. So people, you know, there was some selling pressure. I asked Google Gemini earlier this morning, like, what's the thing? What's the verdict on the day? Like, what's going on with the sell-off? And it basically said that, hey, we're retesting last Monday's gap up of 683 and trying to find that support. You know, not trying to find the support, reestablishing that this is the support line, and then there's not a lot of selling pressure to the downside. So by the end of the day, people are going to be jumping back in. Man. Yeah, people are going to be jumping back into the market. A tribal leatherworking. Hey, okay, well, I'll keep that. That. I'm quite alright. Look how much leather we're getting. What are you working out today? Today, I am going to be doing arms. I haven't done arms in a while. I've been mostly just skipping my actual workout and been doing 2-mile walks, but I really need to today get back into the habit of not only doing my 2-mile walk, but also doing my exercise. So I was planning to buy a what's it called? It's like it was a home multi-gym workout thing. I'm planning on buying it, but it's gonna have to happen in January. We put way too much money on the credit card this month. And so I have to pay that down here. And then once we reset our cycle, I can figure out our budget going into January. Because we went a bit over budget in November, and we went over budget in December. My son got some teeth pulled out because one of his teeth got infected, so we had to have one of his baby teeth pulled out, and that was a good chunk that we weren't accounting for. Unfortunately, we weren't accounting for that, and then we went a little bit. We had extra birthdays this month for going to birthday parties and some extra spending there, and then Christmas, obviously, right? So I do want to buy a multi-gym that I can stash in my garage, and it has a good set of equipment that I can use. That I want to have something I can use, leg extensions. I want to have upper body, lower body, and I want to have some kind of abs. So I've been looking at different exercise machines that does have abs inside of the machine as well, but it's not like a big factor. So I don't know. I'm still kind of deciding. And I'm hoping that some sales go on as well. The machine I had been looking at Costco for a while. It was like $525. It had the leg extensions. It had the pull down bar. It had the pull down bar. Then it had the other mechanisms. So like, turn it. I have a picture of it. Let me see what it's called. It was called. It was the Center Multi-Gym. Have you seen their bodies of those miners? All you need is Diamond Mine. Now, I don't know what Diamond Mine is. What is that? I was dropping weight for a while, and then the holidays hit, man. And even though I've maintained my 2-mile walk, I was cutting weight for a while. I had dropped about 8 pounds within a month or two. And then the holidays hit, right? Thanksgiving hit. And despite me going out and doing my normal walks throughout the day, you've never seen the movie Blood Diamond? No, I've never seen the movie Blood Diamond. I've seen the movie 300, The Spartans. Is the movie Blood Diamond with, is that Leonardo? Is that him in the movie? Leonardo? I don't know his last name. I always say DiCaprio, but I'm terrible with names, so I don't think that's right. Blood Diamond, I believe that's one where he goes and they find the blood diamond in the water, and maybe that's the one. What's this thing? Oh, wow. Wow, check out that blue I found. I didn't even notice I found it. When did I find that thing? So minus 15 agility, plus 5 intellect, plus 16 spirit, restores 1,992 mana over 30 seconds, must remain seated while drinking. Oh, that's kind of lame. Okay, I thought it would be better. Rip. Let's see here. I don't know who is in the movie, but it's all about diamonds that we get. Where's this guy? Miscalculated. That we get are just from poor people digging illegal mines. They kill each other, and you find something good. Yeah, I think that is the movie. It might not have Leonardo in it. It might be somebody else, but yeah, diamonds are a very controlled substance, right? Diamonds themselves are not rare. They're not precious. Like, there's thousands and thousands of diamonds, and they have a reserve. Like, there's a diamond reserve, and they only release X amount of diamonds out at a specific period, right? They control the price of diamonds by only allowing X amount of diamonds out into production at a time. That's why diamonds are these $1,000 things. And, you know, if you read, there's a whole documentary on the diamonds, on how when they initially released diamonds, nobody was buying them, right? Stainless steel. Where's my ring? I have this ring. I have another ring somewhere. Oh, my ring. My ring is tungsten. I have a tungsten ring as like my primary ring, and then it just has like a cool little band around it. And I have another black ring around here that I use for like working out. It doesn't pinch my arms, my finger when I'm holding weights and stuff, so I use that. It just kind of, I swap between different rings. But most people prior to like the 1960s or whatever used to just wear a plain stainless steel band. It was, you know, non-toxic. It wasn't fancy. But the diamond industry is like, dude, we have all these diamonds, thousands and thousands of diamonds, and we want to make money. So they had huge commercials where, you know, they really pushed that diamonds are forever. Diamonds mean true love. You know, if you love your spouse, you need to get them a diamond because diamonds are forever. And if you don't have the best, biggest bling on your finger, then that means like their symbol of love isn't that high for you. So there's a lot of propaganda to get people to transition from these non-toxic, safe, stainless steel bands over to this diamond that costs, oh, if you're not paying a salary, you know, you should be putting 2 months pay, 3 months pay, a whole year's pay towards this extravagant item, then you really do not love me, right? It's all superficial stuff. Like, people are very superficial these days, so they hold their weight and value based off the things that they own, not so much feelings or emotions or any of that, right, these days. But yeah, diamonds are not worth it. It's a terrible time to be a young adult, as you get pressured into so many things that you do not need in your life. whether it's a freaking, huge student loan that you have no idea what you really want to do with your life, but they will give you $40,000, $60,000, $80,000 of debt to go help you decide what exactly do you want to do with your life. Oh, you want to major in literature, in weird things that make no difference, like these are hobbyist activities. Yeah, go for it. Here's a loan. Go have fun. So people are getting pressured into spending lots of money on school, on rings, on houses, and they don't understand it. Like, they don't understand how compounding works, how interest works, how debt works. So they just put all this money. I don't know, it's a crazy system. But that's kind of like the fault of the person as well, and the upbringing. I don't know. Maybe not so much. I don't know. I don't know. Kind of blowing up the market now with lab-made diamonds. Yeah, exactly. That too. China was doing something else. Not only lab-made diamonds. You can make fossils in a lab these days. You can make fossils in a lab. So you can... The fossils that... So if you watch a video, there's videos out there on this whole process, but people are able to make fossils that have the same carbon dating as real fossils. So there's no difference in distinction between some fossil that they say was 1,000,000 years old and this fossil that they put into a machine, pressurized, and kept it there for a short time, and they take it out. It looks like the exact same pressure, right? They created this fossil in the same way that a normal fossil would be created in pressure environment. But it's 100% manufactured fossil. It looks like the real thing. It would be carbon dated exactly the same way. It's all just for money. Money, money, money. But yeah, diamonds aren't even like, it's just all manufactured. There's so much things in the world. I have known friends who spent thousands of dollars on wedding rings. They spent thousands of dollars on setting up their, what's it called? Like their white wedding, right? You know, the perfect dress, the perfect ring, the perfect venue out at a vineyard with the perfect like band, food, hundreds of people invited. And they spend so much money on all these things, and then 2-3 years later they're divorced. They didn't buy a house together. They spent so much money on this down payment and putting themselves in the debt in order to start their life together, that now they're getting all this stress financially because they set themselves back. They're no longer able to get ahead. Well, they're divorced now, but they didn't. They put a lot of pressure on themselves because of this huge extravagant wedding. They never got a home together. They both worked a lot, and they eventually kind of split up. So all the money that they ended up getting, or all the money that they put down into this property, is essentially poof. Not the property, the wedding, right? I've never been there. What's it? What are they talking about? Oh, okay. There's a lot of people that play with the Dark Moon Fairy buffs and the Onyxia buff, the Dragon buff, the Winter Veil buffs. But here we are continuing to mow through. We're not worried about spending time getting all these buffs. That's not me. Hey, we're back up almost to 690, 688.30. 600. That was a long prowl. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum. Yes. Saw the pattern early in the day. Would have sold that initially, market start. You would have re-entered. Hard to get that. We're 48% of the way to using our rested experience. So we are now, how many bubbles away? We're 4 bubbles and some change away from level 57. So we'll definitely hit level 57 today. And then, come on. Like this. We're still getting 600 experience at kill here. FD, Black Fathom Deep. Usually 28 plus. What people say. I would say 28 plus for that. If you don't want to aggro a whole bunch of extra stuff. Ooh, you saw me, dude. You saw me, man. Non-scope, no scope. I'd like to see the market close over 690. Give me 5 push-ups right now. I will definitely be doing some push-ups later, but not at the moment. YouTube challenge. The YouTube challenge, 5 push-ups. I don't think I have any. And not with my oh, the 5 push-up YouTube challenge? We are dead on Turtle Out again. Not at the... What? Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to be doing... I don't know. If I... Like I said, I want to do an upper body workout today, but at the same time, I have, like... I can feel my chest is really congested. And my throat is kind of scrappy. So I don't know if I just want to do other workouts today or just stick with my walk. Because I know if I work out my upper body, and have you ever worked out your upper body when you're kind of feeling sick and then you sneeze or you cough and your whole upper body flexes and it's just a straight painful moment for a while because everything is super sore and then you're sick on top of it. So it's like that achy feeling. Yeah, I never like working out when I'm sick. But I'm sure I'll feel better tomorrow. I'm hoping that I'll feel better tomorrow. What is going on in chat? Oh, ferocious bite. Out of buffs. Oh no, we got a food buff we can use. I got a bow. 2 gold. Nice. Can't see anything. I can't see nothing. Fun seeing graves and thinking, what happened here? Nice. Nice hits. When did you log on? Oh, hey! 54. Nice. Garnax online. Getting there. He must be playing when I'm not playing. He's almost there as well. He's got to be careful. Where is he leveling at right now? He is in Ashera. Ah, okay. He's in Ashera. Yeah, we're kind of in a stagnated spot right now. Why can I not mark enemies? Can't be doing that. You can do it if you have Super WoW. If you have Super WoW, you can use the add-on called 4 bubbles till 57. 4 bubs till 57. Yeah, once we hit 57, I'm going to continue to grind here until I use up the rest of my rested experience. And then we're going to be heading to Fellwood, grinding on the Furbergs right before Winter Spring. And then we're going to be diving into Winter Spring, heading into Winter Spring, and then going fighting Yetis. I think Yetis are going to be... If anybody knows another really good spot between 57 and 60 that have a good selection of mobs that we can grind on skin, let me know in the chat. But right now I'm thinking of the Yetis out in Winter Spring. Although the bad thing about the Yetis is that they can freeze you in place. So there might be another place that I'm not really thinking of that has, like, the apes here are not bad. The apes that are here on Telebeam, those guys are not bad. What level are the apes in Winter Spring? I need to look. Before I head over there, I need to look at the what level they are. Whoop. Yeah, we're going higher for a while, and then we kind of stagnated around. Beniza died at level 21, man. Beniza. At this level, where's there a lot of... I'm putting together a team to take down Van Cleef. I need top men. Who's with me? 19 plus. I like that. I'm putting together a team. Take down Van Cleef. Would be handy to mark Skull Mob so I don't accidentally pull him later. Super WoW plus solo raid target. Lets you mark in solo play. I'm an average healer if you want me. An average healer. Stormwind, lighters. What the heck is... It's not the kind of people we want in Gobstoppers. I have Super WoW installed. Do I need another add-on? Called solo something. I'll look at it. Get this guy bleeding. Oop, and then pop to the solo leveling. Solo raid target. Solo raid target icons lets you use with Super WoW. You can mark your target. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, I tried to get this installed, but apparently it only works with Super WoW. Back over here. turn on. Let's see what happens if I re-enable this. If it works. Oh, it's not even like. I don't even see the chat. Oh, there it goes. One, two, three, four. Oh man. Oh, I still got the hit, but I lagged. Yeah, I only got one.
Glory to the Quel'Dorei!
There's a lot of things that I skipped during the leveling process, not just quests, but I skipped reputation. So one of the reputations that I could have done that could have been pretty beneficial is the Silver Moon reputation, the Silver Moon remnants with the High Elves. If I had done that reputation, I could have got a back piece at level 30, at level 45. That probably would have been on par with the back piece that I'm using now. Like, it's decent. They had strength, agility, stamina, intellect, and I think spirit as well. And it would require me to get honored. It's not a bad back piece. Maybe the things that I'm going to be doing at level 60. Once I do hit level 60, we are going to go ahead and be running and getting our quest to get Ani attuned and working through that. And so I'm going to go get my Ani attunement stuff. I'm going to get my MC attunement stuff. And then I'm going to try and put together a group for BRD in order to run through and get those attunements complete. Because as cool as it is to hit level 60, I still can't participate in any raids until I get attuned. So once I get attuned for MC and Ani, that's going to unlock things for me. Then I'll be focusing on my pre-best and slot gear and getting up to 350 gold. I'm about halfway. Now I'm about 200 gold. 175, 175 is 350, yeah. So I am about halfway there to my goal of 350 gold. But as I get to level 60, it's going to take money to train my stuff. So I should actually begin to try and sell. Whoopsie daisy, I didn't mean that. Heal real fast. Oop. If I can sell some rugged leather and thick leather right now, that's gonna go really well. Oh man, this thing right here, looking for one more BRD Arena farm, 50 plus. That sounds like a really good idea. I would actually buy some rugged leather. Where you're in Ambershire, man. You're so far away. Let's see, you're a dwarf, so we can meet in. It's gonna take me a while. Yeah, we can meet up in a bit. Oh, there's somebody else here. Fighting my mobs. What level is he? 59. Oh, okay, so yeah, they're just over here doing the quest. And now that they're done with the quest, they're out of here. Okay, over here, you have a really nice grind spot. We have had a couple people kind of show up here, right? We've had about 4 or 5 people kind of show up here throughout the time. But most of the people are only coming over here for a specific smidge as they knock out some of the quests and then move on. That leaves me with the rest. I'm getting 650 experience on these kills. 650 experience. That's 6,500 experience every 10 mobs. We've killed 320 of these guys. It's not even close to the amount of the hippogriffs that I killed in Ferales. I killed upwards of 700 to 700 to 800 hippogriffs in Ferales. From level 43 to 49, I took out so many. At least 800, at least. But that gave me from 43 to 49. That was 6 levels that I got there. Oh no, we got some downtime. Oh, there we go. Stuff's starting to respawn over here. We're 2.5 bubbles away from 57. And there was a group going for BRD. As much as I would like to do BRD, doing arena runs BRD right now would be pretty good. I think it would kind of take away from the speed that we're leveling. Right, I would have to go to Booty Bay. I haven't been to Burning Steeps, or I haven't been to Searing Gorge. Oh, level 45 died. In the Wild Shore. Where is that at? Oh, I don't... It didn't pop up on my hardcore deaths. I don't know. Come on, one more hit. There we go. Combo point. So now they went from needing 1 to 2 BRD, 50 plus. I'm not sure if it would be more experience for me to go and do BRD times 5 for the arena farms. Really quickly, I would get a chance to get the relic from BRD. I would get a chance to get the shoulders, the legs. Like, there's quite a bit of things that I could get out of BRD. But I feel like it would take away from the experience that I'm getting. I'm almost 67. And I think the guys inside BRD are less leveled than where I'm at right now. I don't know. So as much as I would like to dive into BRD and do arena runs at the same time, I want to stick to my goal of hitting 57-ish today. And then tonight I'll go for 58. And then Wednesday or Tuesday night I'll go from 58 to maybe 58 and a half. I doubt I'll get level 59 tomorrow night. And then Wednesday we're going to be pushing for level 60. But Wednesday will be the day. Regardless of how I look at it, Wednesday I'll probably be hitting level 60. I don't think I'll be hitting level 60 prior to Wednesday. Nice crit on the rejuve. Okay. Burst of weakness is... Death is coming for you. Oh. Whoop. 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 One more hit. Didn't get it. What if I just try and shred these guys? That would be the thing. So if I want to shred, what is that? If I pass halfway through him, I should want to patrol backward. Whatever. Oops. Oh my goodness, I got transformed out. I gotta put this thing away. I clicked on the bot and it shifted me out. We're 2 bubbles away from level 57, guys. 2 bubbles away. Come and enjoy our large community. How many people are online at the moment? There's 88 members online. Every single one of them is a hardcore player. There's no non-hardcore players allowed inside of the guild. They only recruit through hardcore. Were you online now, Win? I didn't see that you were online. So you must be taking a little break. And you were probably talking about doing Crescent Grove later, because I didn't see that you were online. Yeah, you're still showing us 33, so you haven't logged on since then. Honestly, I should probably just convert all my thick leather up to rugged. I'll see though. Ooh, baited shot. I'll keep. No, I don't. There's 2 places in the wetlands that you can buy bronze tube. In the main city, in the harbor, you can buy a bronze tube in the bottom half of the castle. And then way out in the swamp area, you can also buy a tube. So wetlands is your best chance to get a bronze tube. And then when you go to Duskwood, you have that one quest over there. Below the stars or whatever it's called. Where you can turn it in and then you can get the next part and you turn it in for the bronze. And most people do end up going to wetlands prior to going to Duskwood. Because Duskwood, it's really optimal around 28, 29. So it's right after wetland. So you should have a bronze tube from the wetlands to go to Duskwood. Did I miss? Boom. Quick heals. Boop. I want to sell the Shadowfoot. The dagger. Oh, not a bad dagger. Fast dagger, 8 agility, 8 stamina, and then attack power. So you guys might be wondering, man, why is this guy running around taking out cobras? Does he hate these bushtail cobras? Well, no, I don't hate them per se, but these guys are definitely the fastest way to level from 53 to 58, 57 pretty fast, as these guys have, they don't have, like, they have a good amount of armor, but they're level from 55 to 56. They don't have any poisons. The only debuff that they apply is this debuff that reduces my armor by 30%. And as a cat form anyways, my armor going from 1500 damage, like right there, I have a 22.7 reduction to 17 reduction. I lose 5% of my damage reduction, but these guys die so fast that that difference doesn't make a huge... Look at this guy's doing another arena run. Wonder if that's the same group or a different group. Whoop. And because these guys are a beast, I can also skin these guys and get a ton of rugged leather. Look at this. I'm now... Uh-oh. I got a... What was that notification? Oh my goodness. It was sell. Sell, sell, sell. Man, I don't want to sell, but at the same time... You got 30 minutes till the end of the day. We'll see how it holds. I got a notification that you should sell. That we're gonna have more pressure to the downside. And we'll end up at lows today. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Should I have listened? Not always right, but we'll see. Alguien, termina en español. Okay. Finished. Oh. Rebuff everything. Boop. There's a line. Oh, there are monkeys. Aren't there monkeys up in this area over here? Or is there something else up there? If there was a spot with just monkeys, that would be good. Slash deep monkey. Cheeky monkey. I need... Oh, they're 53 to 54. So they're still way below me. I don't know the next spot. The Yetis are the only thing that I can think of between 57, 58 that I can grind on. But the thing with the Yetis is that they freeze you in place initially, and I don't like that stun. I like just the consistency of just hitting things and having no downtime. So it might be good with the gorillas here in Tel Aviv. I need 13 more mobs to hit level 57. So every 13 mobs right here, guys, I'm gonna say I think it's 15 mobs is a bubble of experience. So, right, it's the equivalent of turning in one quest. Yeah, despite having this down, we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of pressure. Oh, I ate 10 mobs and then some. So we got 11 mobs left. Oh man. My global cooldown, when I used Tiger Fury, the global cooldown kept me from using Prowl at the same time. So I have proc Tiger Fury. Oh no, it doesn't. Weird. I don't know why then. Because I just used Tiger Fury and it didn't proc the global cooldown on my Prowl. Huh. .3 mobs to go. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-dum, bum bum. Roche. Nice. Okay, see, this is a different group. Bull Ratty. He's making a group for Arena, but he wants 50 plus. And then there was a Paladin. It was, oh my goodness, he saw me.
By the light of the moon.
By the light of the moon. .5 guys left. So essentially 6 mobs left to go until 57. Nice hit with the crit. That claw hit for 500. Come on, keep it going, keep it going. There you go. Down, down, down. Oops. Ferocious bite. Ferocious. Need 2.5 mobs. Can I keep going without healing? Can I get to level 57 without tossing a heal? Maybe if I get really good crits. I'm about to drop down below. Yeah, I know. I see it. I saw it. Yeah, I have to heal. As cool as I thought it'd be, like, to just kind of don't heal no more until 57. That would be pretty bad. But there we go. One more mob after this, so we're level 57. And we beat the time. Although, slash played 3 hours at this level. This seems like a lot. I was AFK outside of Stormwind for a long time last night. I left my computer on underneath the tent. And I went to bed. I don't know how long it was. I'm pretty sure that my program killed my WoW executable, because when I came back this morning it was completely closed out. I'm pretty sure it got closed out okay. And that's why my volume went up. There we go, 57. I think 57. Good God, pro. Almost there. Almost there. 3 more levels. Yeah, see, we only have about 22 minutes left of the stream today. So I'm going to use this time to just continue grinding on these guys and see how far we can get here. I don't see a good place to put this talent that would give me like a benefit, a big benefit, right? Come on, man. There's nothing in the balance tree that would give me a huge benefit. Resto tree. Mark of the Wild would give me just a little bit more stats. That's about it. Avoidance, threat, regeneration for my spells. So it'd have to be something in the feral tree. Feral charge, not that useful. So it would have to be feral aggression, which would increase my ferocious bite damage by 3%. So that across the board would be a slight increase in my finishing ability. Boom, right there. My ferocious bite would go up by 3%. Another option would be, I got something green, runic pants. Okay. Another option would be ancient brutality. When my bleeds are ticking, I would get 3 energy restored. I don't use a whole lot of bleeds right now, so that's not that good of a talent to be putting point into. And then the other one is carnage. So Carnage. Go ahead. This so I can just read it. Carnage. Your Maul, Swipe, and Savage Bite abilities return 5% of their damage as healing to you. In addition, it gives your Ferocious Bite a 10% chance per combo point to refresh your active Rake, Rip, and to add an additional combo point. So whenever I use a Ferocious Bite, it would have a 10% per combo point, so essentially a 10 or 20 times. So with 1 point in there, with 5, it would have a 50% chance to refresh my combo point, to refresh my Rip and Rake. So it doesn't really get good until you get 5 points into it anyway, or 2 points into it anyways, because right now it'd be like a 50-50 chance. With 1 point, and in the max, it would have a 50-50 chance of actually even working. And then have a 50-50 chance of providing the extra combo point. So honestly, that's not that good of a 1 point, this level going into it. I'm going to get 57, 58, 59, 60. I have 4 talent points coming to me. I think what I'm going to do is put into Feral Aggression here. That's going to be giving me a direct 3% bonus to my Ferocious Bite now, which is my finisher. Whoop. So let's see if we can get a new all-time high on my Ferocious Bite or not. That's a 1353. That's a good one, but I think my highest today is around 1500. I think our highest Ferocious Bite is in the 1533. It would be nice to see like a log on screen of your current highs of the day. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, it's maintaining 688 despite having like a little cell. I don't know how trustworthy that is though. So we've killed 340 X amount of mobs in order to hit our level 457. I have to go back through, and during the recap, I'll go ahead and see how many mobs did we have to kill here in order to hit level 57. Because I want to see how accurate this thing is. Because it's going to take me 621 of these guys to hit level 58. Which in reality, it seems like it's a lot, but it really isn't. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It is, but it isn't. Because of how fast we kind of chew through these guys. I do think the Yeti place is going to be potentially have more people at it as well. So I'm kind of biding my time. Do I want to head there now or wait a bit and work on gorillas for a bit over there? Because there are a lot of gorillas over in the high area. And there is a quest up there as well for the gorillas that I could do. There's actually a few quests. I'll go ahead and do thorns. Best to avoid invasions. I never know when 100 mobs will spawn on you, dude. I know. I got an elite on me in the Placid Lands. Oh, yep. That'll do it. Sometimes the time you spend making the group outweighs the experience from some elite quest. Most only worth it if you can solo or make it group. If good for reward. Yeah, that's how elite quests are. Most elite quests aren't really worth completing. Dungeons are worth completing at least once if you have all the quests for the dungeons. I was really hoping I could hit a new all-time high on my Ferocious Bite. Not today. Oh, it was today. Ferocious Bite! Come on. Use my chat. Google Gemini. It's time to start the countdown. Okay. If anybody has any comments, questions, definitely drop it into the chat, guys. We are level 57 now. 3 levels to go until level 60. Crazy, crazy. Oh my goodness. I got tagged. We'll do a rip on this one. The next 48 hours of the tail end of the Santa Claus rally, which typically runs through January 5th. The Gap Market, Wednesday, 63. Support floors to take profit reality check.
Level 5 death by 2 meows.
2 meows.
No sorry 6.
No, Nuclear Auto. Hey, at least you beat your old record, right? Your old record was level 3. You got to level 6. What class were you leveling? Oh no, there goes one. Level 39 dies in Dragon Maw Retreat. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? That was a weird transition.
Saber cats got me.
Saber cats. Oh, were you a gnome or a dwarf? Oh no, wait, saber cats are a night elf, right? Even with a wand? You got a wand out of the starting zone, right? Because you're a night elf. Dude, I run out of space so fast. I have to go and find some people to sell my rugged leather to, because I am completely shot on bag space. That's leather.
I was up till 6 leveling it.
I was up to level 6 leveling it, and then
Yep.
you had a wand and you still got overpowered, huh? Priests are really strong. Once you get that renew, you just cast renew on yourself and you just wand stuff down. Did you get like just overpowered? You got overrun by multiple mobs? Cause it shouldn't be too bad. But why can't I hit you? No, I only got one. I only got him with the one. Where did it go? Where do I start the quest down in Scarlet? Is it there in Desolate? Look at that, we're already 2 bubbles into 57. 2 bubbles into it all. I have to see how many mobs it takes me to get a bubble. I assume, let me see here, it's 20 bubbles total for per level. It's gonna take me 593 mobs to hit level 50 at this, guys. These guys, I was here, I think at 53 or 54. Yeah, but I kind of just want to chill here until I get that 57 and a half. Come on. Summoning Chandra. Defeat Chandra at the altar of Chandra Allure and bring her venom to Aaron Mill. I don't know this quest. I'm not familiar with this quest. Oh, this is the one at the very top at the altar, I assume.
Hail
That's
to
a
the
Hinterlands
knight.
quest. I never completed the Hinterlands. I never did any of the quests in that zone. Oh, I did a few. I did the quest needed for this trinket right here. And then I did a few of the kill quests. But primarily I wanted this wooden griffin carving. 9 agility, 7 stamina. It's just a really nice trinket. I did sell my old 10 attack power trinket that I had. But what's 10 attack power versus this gives me 9 attack power, but it gives me also 70 life. So it was worth the trade-off. Plus it gives me crit. I basically traded 10 attack power for 9 attack power with crit rating and 70 life. So it was well worth the trade-off there. And then my very old trinket here was the old, I think it was like 4 attack power. So this is the huge upgrade right here. 20 attack power and 7 stamina. So between those 2 trinkets, I got 140 life. Right, 14 stamina and 29 attack power with some crit. So those are the best in slot trinkets that I like to use. Some people, if you get like the Hinterlands Elite, you can get the 1% crit, 1% hit trinket, but that requires a party. So if you don't have a party, these are the 2 best in slot trinkets that you can get. Auto unstuck from wetlands to if work here. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Oh, lag. 26 died in Dark Shoal. I wonder if that lag has to do with people dying. I don't think I've ever put that connection together. So if like somebody dies and I see somebody in the chat dying, is it creating lag on my end because of the add-on? Once we hit level 60, I'll probably end up, no, so see I'm not lagging right there. But then again, I didn't get the notification of the death announcement. So it could still be, I have to see when the next death announcement is. when that thing pops, do I lag a bit during it or no? What the heck? Hurry up, I got this. I got this clear casting going on. Need a crit. Crit. No. Anyone have the Westfall treasure map? Here? Nope. Let's go ahead and rebuff. See, we're now at 2 bubbles. 2 bubbles. All made and ready, hot and fresh. Get your hot and fresh Little Caesars pizza. And I'm gonna go back here, take out the Cobra in the back. Okay guys, we're gonna be winding down the last few minutes of our stream. If anybody has any last minute questions, comments, suggestions, definitely drop it into the chat. We hit level 57 today. So we did get a full level. We were just barely level 56 this, like when we logged on. We were able to go from 56 all the way to 57. We have 2 bubbles into 57 now. We have, let's see here, 7 bubbles of rested experience remaining. So those 7 levels of rested experience would get us about to halfway to 57, or 57 and a half. And then I would have to drop down to tent. I already have a tent made. So I am going to be dropping this tent right here. And then I'm going to get myself all prepped up for 57 to 58. It's 30 bubbles. So once I finish this rested experience, I get another 30 bubbles of rested experience. That should take me up to 58 and then 59. So, oh man, I have some options here. I can, use the rest of my rested experience here, get 57 and a half, take off to Stormwind, hopefully go for like I get the buffs, I get Darkmoon buff, I don't know where DMF at, /W Tense, DMF, I don't know if this guy's even here. I don't think Tense is on this server. I don't know where the DMF is at. Where? DMF. And today is Monday, so EMF would have just moved from wherever it was before. So is Darkmoon Fairy on the Alliance side? It's in Elwyn. Okay, so we have Darkmoon Fairy in Elwyn Forest. So yeah, that's really good. So we have a chance to get a 10% damage buff as well. So when I hit 57 and a half, when we hit 57 and a half, we can go to Booty Bay, fly up to Stormwind, get the 30 bubbles of rested experience, get the Darkmoon Fairy buff. I can then teleport to Moonglade and go outside of Moonglade and go down into the cave, go into Fellwood, or I could just go straight into Winter Spring and then get the flight path in Winter Spring. And then I can go and do the Yetis from 57 and a half until level 60. Just chomping on Yetis. I can get the 59 with rested experience and then drop 10 on after that. And yeah, 59 through 60 would all be just the final last day of just taking out Yetis. Yetis after Yetis. But what level are the Yetis in Winter Spring? I have to do a little bit of research to see what level those guys are at. If it's better to take out the Yetis, or if there's a better spot that I could grind until level 16. But man, Nuclear Odo, are you gonna try again for the hardcore? Are you gonna hang up the hardcore shoes, the hardcore cape? Or did you already make a new character? And market close. Market close at 683. Wait, 687 and change. And it's moving down after hours, just slightly. slightly down after hours. We shall see. We shall see how it goes. But that means that we are officially done here with the stream. We're going to be jetting off here in just a moment. We got 3 bubbles of rested experience. And I have about 7 bubbles. Yeah, 7 bubbles makes sense, right? Because 3 bubbles is essentially what we're kind of ending at the night. 7 bubbles would put me exactly at 10 bubbles into the level, which is midway. So I'm going to go ahead and just take out these last 2 guys, put myself into position, and we're going to say adios. If anybody has any last minute comments, questions, definitely drop it into the chat. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We are trying to hit level 60 before Wednesday, so we'll be streaming again tonight for a few hours, hoping to hit level 58 tonight would be nice. And then I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow until nighttime again, and then hoping to hit 59. And then Wednesday is going to be a straight grind from 59 to 60. I'm going to be doing some research to see if there's a better place to go to besides the Yetis in Winter Spring. But that's going to be kind of like the last area that I'm going to be focusing on. I know that there's a place right here in the high bile rays that could be decent as well. I have to do a comparison. I have to do a comparison between the Winter Spring Yetis and the high rise gorillas and apes up there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a peek up there actually right now, and we'll see what those guys' levels are and how's the kill speed on those guys, because these guys are not always giving me 600 experience at kill anymore. So we've actually dropped a little bit of experience, but not by much, right? It's 5,700 to whatever, 6,000-ish for 10 mobs. Let's go ahead and move this way. And there is a quest over here called the Ape Bounty that I can do along with these guys. With those guys up there are 57. I want to see if they also have the stun mechanic that the other ones have down here. We're gonna move through here. And the High Veil Gorillas, these guys do have a stun effect. Yeah, see that stun right there? That's a lucky stun. Especially if you have multiple of these guys on top of you at once. Then that stun would it would get nasty. Stacking. Market's up after hours now. What? Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and... Ooh, lag. Okay, this is a High Veil Gorilla. Oh, these are still... the 57s and stuff. These ones still stun me. I think on these guys, I'll probably use the bleed more than...
Alright, market's closed, we out. Peace,
Alright,
gang.
market's closed. Peace, gang! Right? And, I don't know, it's kind of... Hey, San Diego, I do appreciate you popping in, hanging out. Hopefully the market does better tomorrow. I'm really hoping that it kind of pops back up and continues into this Santa Claus rally. I don't know how January will fare, but market's been having a really difficult time moving beyond that $690 price. So we'll see how it goes. We shall see. Can you buy without donations as well? It's Adam's brainwashing device. Okay, so this is an Elder. An Elder. Do these guys still stun? No, they don't stun. So the elder guys don't stun you like the other ones. So isn't that interesting? The regular high veil gorillas, they do hit you with the stun. Whereas these guys, oh, there it is right there. I wonder if I just saw that he missed me or something. But this guy's level 59. I mean, it's either I get stunned by the high veil gorillas or I get frozen by the yetis. Which is better? What is better, being frozen by yetis or getting stunned by gorillas? I don't know. I'll have to figure out what do I want to do. What is going to be the better grind?
Be praised.
Because I could honestly sit here and just take out the elder gorillas until, what, 59 pretty easily. These guys aren't doing too much. There's a whole pack of them back here. Where is this elite back there? Oh, there. I know that there is an elite in this back area somewhere. I've never ran across him, but I've seen people die to him. High Veil Thunderer. What is that? What's the difference between these guys? This guy doesn't stun. That's kind of nice. I didn't see him stun me. He's a level 56. Oh, I got stunned. Oh, it's an elder. I want to fight two of these guys at the same time. Then they would kind of combine. But that's a thunder. So the thunders don't. If you're doing HC, I wouldn't put PvP in your mindset. Wouldn't put PvP in your mindset. I would put PvP out of your mindset. Can't really PvP as a hardcore player. You will die. Maybe not today, but eventually you will die. Okay, let's go ahead and sell banana at the gorilla fang. Okay. And let's see. Oh, Garnak's offline. Okay, I was gonna see if he wanted the rugged leather now. He jetted off. Look at all these gorillas. These are not really in a good environment to. Oh, there's a. What's in the cave? What's in the cave? Level 58 spawns inside the cave. I wonder if he walks outside. And that's what happened to this guy. Like the elite spawned in the cave and then patrolled out and then took him out. I was thinking that this would be a better spot, but there's a lot of 54 monkeys in combination with 58s. So I thought this area up here would only be 58s, 59s. And then it would be a little bit better of a location. But it's got a combination of 54 monkeys, 58, 57. So maybe I got to go down a bit more on the bottom half, like where I was before. Maybe there's a little spot back here. We're doing some exploring. I am hungry. I'm gonna make some chicken thighs today and some stuff. My son really wants chicken fried rice or pineapple fried rice with sweet sausage, like sweet Chinese sausage. But what is it? I got stunned. Now we're gonna swap. Do a demo.
Has
We will do a little stun here. Oop. Might sleep. Okay. Sleep is more effective than trying to get a thorns on this guy. So there we go. I need some life. I didn't want to try and chance it. Yeah, see that stun again. Imagine if I got stunned with under 1,000 life. So we're not going to do that. I just went ahead, stunned him, hibernated him, and we'll beat him down. I think I took a while, and I don't get my opens on him. We're now 6 bubbles into 57. Okay, we're going to go ahead and log out right here, guys. This is going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to go ahead and log out right here in our little safe zone. If anybody has any comment suggestions, definitely drop it into the comment section on the YouTube side or join the Discord server. Go ahead and chat into any of our chat areas. We have the WoW chat, we have the normal general chat. So if you guys have any comments or questions, drop it into there. We're 3 levels away from level 60. It's exciting. We should hit level 60 prior to Wednesday if everything goes right. And we'll be back tonight to stream at our nightly schedule. And then tomorrow night we'll be streaming again. And then Wednesday will be our final run to level 60. So if anybody has any questions, definitely subscribe over on YouTube. Follow along if you're on Twitch. All my VODs are uploaded over to YouTube right after stream. So if you missed some portion of the adventure between level 1 and level 57, whether it's on this Druid, my prior Paladin, Hunter, Druid, Priest, Orc Warrior, then I have a full playthrough 1 to 60 on hardcore of all those guys. And those ones all did quests. If you're looking for a Horde playthrough or Alliance playthrough, check out any one of the playlists down in the description below on YouTube, and you'll be able to get access to those completely free on the, you know, where to go, what to do kind of style stuff. So that is it from me, guys. I do appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out. I hope everyone had a great Christmas, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.
Have a great one everyone, see you all later.